You know, in a world that always seems to be moving in pairs or groups, there's this figure we all recognize, right? The solitary walker. You see them on trails, on sidewalks, totally in their own world, and you have to wonder, what's really going on in there?
Come on, let's be honest. It's kind of our default setting, isn't it? We see someone by themselves and our brain just leaps to conclusions like, oh, they must be sad or they must be lonely. But what if that whole assumption is just completely backward? What if what we're actually seeing isn't loneliness at all, but some kind of deep intellectual focus?
And this really nails the disconnect. On one hand, you've got our knee-jerk reaction, lonely, antisocial, sad. But then you peek behind the curtain and see the hidden reality. This isn't about isolation. It's a highly sophisticated strategy, a tool for reaching peak mental efficiency.
Okay, so how does that work? How does walking alone become a power tool for your brain? To get it, we've got to dive into the psychology of silence itself. Now, here's the kicker. It turns out that for a lot of really deep thinkers, a walk is way more than just exercise. That simple rhythmic motion of just putting one foot in front of the other, it's like a key in a lock. It actually fires up the parts of your brain that handle creativity and solve complex problems. It's a literal neurological trigger. The whole process is actually pretty cool when you break it down. It all starts when you just begin walking. That motion kicks those creative networks into gear, which then lets you slip into what we can call a deeper thinking state. And that's the magic zone. That's where your mind is finally free to connect all these complex ideas that seemed totally unrelated before. So this deeper thinking state, that's the real prize here. You can think of it like your own private mental office, a quiet room, totally free from all the noise and distractions of the outside world. It's in that space and only in that space that truly innovative thinking can really happen. So we know getting to that quiet place is good for us. But why isn't it just a nice to have? Why is it an absolute must for anyone trying to do some heavy cognitive lifting?
Well, just think of your brain as a super high-performance computer. When you're wrestling with real cognitive complexity, I mean analyzing all the tiny details, running through what-if scenarios, seeing the big picture, you are burning a massive amount of mental energy. It's an incredibly demanding job.
And this right here, this is the enemy of deep thought. I'm talking about the small talk drain. We've all felt it. For someone who's trying to solve a really tricky problem in their head, that kind of surface-level chit-chat isn't just a little annoying, it's a huge drain on your brain's battery. It's like trying to run some complex software while 100 pop-up ads keep flashing on your screen. And that is why choosing to walk alone becomes a deliberate, powerful strategy. It's how you install an ad blocker for your brain. That solitude gives you the quiet you need to run these incredible high-speed simulations, playing out every possibility, testing every idea, and connecting all the dots to land on much smarter, better thought-out decisions. You know, making this choice also points to a really fundamental difference in mindset. It's all about what you value more, looking busy to others or actually getting things done inside your own head. There's actually a great psychological term for this. It's called having a strong internal locus of evaluation. All that really means is that your sense of worth, your validation, it comes from you, from inside. You're not looking for a round of applause from the outside world. And this lays out the two opposing teams so clearly. On one side, you've got the performance mindset. It's all about being seen, doing things, getting that social validation. But the peace mindset, that's totally different. It prioritizes the internal world. It values the privacy of your thoughts, because it knows that's where the real architectural work is being done. So with all this in mind, how should we start thinking about this for ourselves? It's time to reframe the solitary walk. It's not an escape, it's something much, much more important. This is the one thing I really want you to take away from all this. The next time you feel that pull to just get out and walk by yourself, don't think of it as you retreating from the world. Think of it as you actively keeping a very important appointment. An appointment with your best ideas, with your deepest thoughts, with your own genius. I just love this quote because the visual is so perfect. Imagine everyone else trying to build a skyscraper in the middle of a loud, chaotic, crowded street. It's a mess, right? The solitary walker, they step away to the quiet outskirts to clear the land first. They make sure the foundation is absolutely perfect so that when they come back with their idea, it's built on something so solid that nothing can ever shake it. So the next time you see that person walking alone, or better yet, The next time you feel that urge to step out the door by yourself, remember what's really happening. It isn't about loneliness. It's about construction. So the only real question left is, the next time silence calls out to you, what masterpiece are you going to build?